Hello, everybody. This is the fourth episode, the third session, technically, of the podcast. So, just before we do any introductions, just to get everything caught up, basically, ship, lots of undead. An undead ship came, shipwreck. Afterwards, they decided to essentially let the pirate captain go. I think you guys tried to kill him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But if I remember correctly, I believe you guys failed at killing him and just, you passed right by him.
We left him alone on a sinking rowboat.
Yeah, okay. And then as you guys were going, you were going against a large storm. The storm kind of drove their path. They ended up at a Cyclops cave. There was a Cyclops in there. They did some fun shenanigans. Locked the Cyclops into his own cave. And then Commander Braun, B-R-O-N by the way, came in by carriage with a couple of prisoners to essentially feed the prisoners to the Cyclops. However, because there was no Cyclops there, the bodyguards had to essentially deal with the prisoners themselves. And oddly enough, everything actually went really well. And the carriage went back to the official castle. And then our interesting adventurers decided to then go to the shipyard city, the town called Ilikwa, because that is where the diplomat was pointing the bodyguards to go, because you needed to talk to the mayor in order to then get a figure on how exactly to get into the castle, so that way the diplomat can fully do negotiations, figure out a plan, and then gather that information and then essentially bring that information back to the king. And his two trusty bodyguards are the ones that are supposed to protect him in doing so. As well as that, as a newcomer who just kind of introduced himself into the party out of random, but his goals kind of semi-align with the goals of the party, which is to basically figure out what's going on with the island. Now, just to give you a fun little tidbit of world information, interestingly enough, most people would know this by now, but the orcs specifically had an entire continent that they called their home. They still technically call it their home, but at some point there was a great catastrophe which essentially dried up their entire continent. No one really knows what the catastrophe was or how it even happened, but essentially most weather just kind of stopped. And it kind of drove the orcs out of the more middle of their continent, and kind of drove them to start pillaging other continents and other people in order to gather supplies and survive how best they could. And unfortunately, this is what caused the now ongoing pirate crisis. And this pirating crisis essentially kind of made everything worse for everybody to go out into the waters. And it made the waters very dangerous, which is the other reason why there are bodyguards for the diplomat. With that being said, with the introductions out of the way, now we have to introduce our players. First, we're going to go with Jared.
I'm Jared. I'm playing Lance Voorhees. He is an Ilian warrior, and fun fact about him, he has a baby mama. Specifically, they got married a little too quick and got divorced, but not after they had 3 kids together, so that's part of why Lance needs money so bad.
Anything else?
That's about it.
Are you living on your own, essentially?
Yeah, they're like separate.
Okay.
He has no custody.
All right. And Mason to my right, the other bodyguard. What do you got?
All right, so I am playing as Cerberus. His class is a rascal, and a fun tidbit about Cerberus is he has a bounty on his head.
How big of a bounty are we talking? Well, give me some details.
Depends on which kingdom you're talking about.
Well, you tell me which kingdom. Like, is it a neighboring kingdom from the one that you just got hired, or is it the one that you just got hired in?
Both. First,
So you got bounties in both kingdoms nearby.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. What is your excuse for the king then hiring you as a bodyguard? Is that to...
in exchange for a pardon.
Okay. I love it. All right. And then finally, we have Donovan. What do you got?
Hi, I'm Donovan. I play Cedar Willow. He's a verdant elf, and he's also a conjurer. Fun fact, he likes to make little tree bark hats.
Hats.
Yep.
Tree bark. Oh, what kind of hat?
Well, the birch bark one is more of like a cowboy style,
Okay.
but it depends on the wood.
Okay. And you don't see any problems with this going on someone's head?
No.
Okay. Do you just like smooth out the wood so no one gets splinters?
Pretty much.
I feel like that's a lot of weight on your head.
You make it. He uses roots as like the thread.
Okay, so is it woven then? It's not just like a piece of wood you smack onto your head?
No.
Okay.
No,
okay.
it's like pieces of bark that are...
So is he gonna make any for the party, or
Maybe if you ask.
okay?
Maybe if you're all nicer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty nice.
Okay. With the introductions out of the way, just a short flashback. Essentially, they were about to go, and they got a decent part of the way, and then 4 undead soldiers tried to kind of chase them down, but they were eventually able to make it out of the way. With that being said, they are then coming up upon the city of Aliqua. Aliqua is actually elven, interestingly enough, and has elven roots for the name, and it mostly just kind of means a water city. But most humans wouldn't really know that, so they just kind of call it the Aliqua City or town of Aliqua, not realizing that it is completely redundant in its naming. With that being said, here's what the audience... I'm going to let you guys know what essentially my players see. So they're coming up upon... There's docks. There's some boats at the docks. You guys also realize that there's also orcs at the docks specifically. And you notice that there's 2 kind of entryways that you guys can get into. Otherwise, there's like kind of like walls everywhere. And you notice that there's kind of orcs just going around. Some of them are guarding, some of them are not. But you guys like hear like some screams here and there, and you realize that these, and also what you've known from reading minds, that specifically Commander Ghosh was the one waiting for you at the docks. So you guys kind of get the idea that these orcs have essentially been raiding the city. Mm-hmm. And you don't exactly know where the mayor could be, but you might have an idea. And the diplomat doesn't really know either, but he thinks maybe that the mayor could be in the ancient temple, which is essentially just it's a fairly old temple. Specifically used to be more druid based. However, it got taken over by the Reservants religion and kind of made their own, essentially. But the idea is that it's kind of used for a town center and in case like anything major happens. With all that out of the way, what do you guys do? How do you get into the town, and what do you choose to do?
Well, because it's an elven town.
It's ancient elven, so it used to be a long time ago. You'll notice like some ruins here and there, but a lot of the ruins are kind of rebuilt over.
The former civilization's now gone, and they basically the humans just moved in.
Would I know any history of it?
You would know, yeah. So you would know specifically out of probably Mason's character Cerberus, essentially talking to you guys, he would probably know that the city essentially used to belong to elven druids, and then when the resettlers of human history of like the Reservance religion who came over to essentially take over the island realized that the city was already in ruins. So it was already abandoned before they even came onto the island. And so they just kind of built over it essentially. But you know that it should be pretty much teeming with humans, as pretty much the rest of this island is mostly human. So if you just waltz in there looking as you do, I'm just letting you know that there could be a lot of things that could happen if you don't like try to disguise yourself in some way.
Because I was going to ask, because if it was an ancient elven city, and I guess more druidic based, could be, or would I know of like a secret entrance or like a...
I mean, you've never been on this island
paths?
before, and you don't really know much about the island.
I can't look for like elven way signs to like, there's a path over here, or like a fence signs, I guess. Fence posting.
I'll say that you can definitely like look for something as best you can. You need to then roll me a mind check, essentially.
Probably do that later if we get closer to the temple.
Do we want to just walk up to the front gate, kind of take a peek inside before we waltz all the way in?
Well, I think first I need to change my skin color
You think so?
or my race.
You know, this would be a great time for you to make us like little tree bark hats, so we can kind of pull them over our eyes if we need to.
You wouldn't know that.
I don't know. I guess I'd use my illusion magic to make myself look like a human.
All right. So go ahead. How many dice are you going to be using? Because that also depends on how strong your illusion is.
Yeah, it's gonna be a concentration spell too, isn't it?
I'll say for the sake of not having to roll every frickin' 6 seconds, I'll say like whatever you decide to do for however strong it is depends not only how long it'll be, but also depends on how well it'll be.
Okay,
So you let me know how strong it is.
we'll do 5.
Okay.
And I guess my idea is I round the ears out and change my skin color to more Caucasian.
Okay. So go ahead and roll against your soul. Which one was which?
The green one was mine.
Okay. So you just got a 1. So
I'll take the strike of damage.
okay. So go ahead and write 2 out of 3 now. And because you got the right number, is that supposed to be a 2?
Yeah, but it's just that race.
Okay. All right. So it works. So you're good. But that won't obviously save you from the orcs. So that's kind of what I want to know from you guys. What do you do? Because there are plenty of orcs wandering around. There's a couple at the gates, and they're kind of like watching. And it seems like they're actually expecting something.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys kind of have an idea of what they might be expecting.
So they don't have a problem with us being there then, do they?
You don't know? All you know is that Commander Ghosh is there waiting for you. And that Spiral was originally, and Cedar would have said this, Spiral was essentially taking you guys to Ghosh before you guys got attacked by the undead warship. But that's all you know.
So we gonna go in or what?
Should I, instead of making myself look like a human, should I make myself look like an orc?
Are you gonna cast another illusion?
I mean, it would be replacing it, yeah.
I would have just done that from the get-go, but I mean...
I didn't think about it until just now.
Yeah, I can tell.
What exactly would you want to do with that? Like, you can't just bring all... I mean, you could, I suppose, but what's the plan here?
I don't know, I guess I was going to make myself look like an orc, and I could be like, I got these guys.
Can he make us all look like orcs?
Yes, but that is going to require a 4 dice roll. Because you're trying to do it for all... Oh, no, it would be 5 because a diplomat. If you want to make the diplomat an orc. That depends entirely on you as to who you want to make an orc and who you don't.
What are you guys thinking?
Well, do we know how they...
Do we want to do the orc plan?
Do we know how the orcs feel about the diplomat?
All you know is that they were waiting for them. That's all you know.
Well, they were like
If they're waiting-
ransacking the city, weren't they? So like, why would we play into it?
Well,
Alright,
probably
let's-
because on our way here we were attacked by we were on an orc warship, which then the captain betrayed us and tried capturing us, which then we ended up getting into a fight with them, and then a ghost ship showed up, destroying the ship, which then we left the orc captain stranded in a sinking boat in the ocean during the storm.
Do you guys plan on going to Gauche?
You know, if they're
Well,
expecting
yeah.
us, we should at least be prepared to
'Cause-
interact with Gauche.
He's waiting for what? You guys and the diplomat? Not me.
The diplomat will specifically speak up. He'll say, I just wanted to go to the mayor. I don't think going to an orc would be the best of plans. I'm just letting you guys know. I mean, you guys decide what you want to do, I suppose. I can't...
Do we know what time we showed up at the town or the ruined city?
I'll say it's getting to evening, but it's not night yet.
Okay. So then...
Because you guys basically woke up at the crack of dawn, and you left from there, and it took you that long in order to then reach the city.
Well, Mr. Diplomacy, I do understand that you do want to reach the mayor. That'd be a good idea.
All right.
We should be disguised, though, in case we do
I am
happen to walk
going
past
to do
orcs.
a stealth check and see if I can hide in the shadows while still following the...
So you trying to essentially hide behind us while we're walking by? Is that what you're trying to do? Because I don't think that's like... that would have to be some pretty like advanced... Like you would need to use entire magic on that. Yeah, you can... Like you can't just like stealth your way out of that if you're just going to be behind them.
Alright, then let's try to go with a persuasion check. No. Why am I going that route?
Persuasion. You're confusing me. What are we doing here?
Cerberus is still on guard after the adventure we had to make it to the ruined city, as well as since we are still employed by the diplomat. There's no reason why we shouldn't continue being cautious of our situation.
Well, maybe it is working time.
I am going to roll a perception.
Okay. Did you have a boon to or do you just have a...
I have a boon for escaping, acrobatics, and elven history.
Okay, so you just roll a straight roll.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to perceive exactly?
The current situation, whether or not I need to be on high guard, or whether I can keep my weapon sheathed, because we are now meeting new people. However, even though the commander is expecting us.
I'm sorry, so you're trying to perceive whether or not you want to keep your weapon sheathed when there's a bunch of orcs sacking a city.
Oh yes, a second. No, never mind. Perception to see whether or not they are going to. The orcs perceive us as a threat, since they are sacking the city, or are the orcs.
All you know is that they're expecting something. I'm sorry, but I can't allow an insight just to like know exactly what their intentions are.
Okay.
Why don't we go the disguise route then?
All right.
Turn us all into illusioned orcs.
We can sure try that with 5 dice.
Okay, so are you turning everybody into orcs?
Well, I might. If Mason can hide in the shadows, it's getting evening. I might leave him out.
And since it's almost night, I would probably say I would have to either get a 3, or once it completely sets into night, I won't have to make a roll for my ability.
But it hasn't. So, what are you going to be doing?
I am going to tail our group from a distance from the shadows, if that's possible.
Okay, are you just attempting to try and stealth behind them, or are you using magic for illusion, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna go for. Let's just stick with stealth for now.
Okay, so you're literally just going to walk behind everybody, essentially.
Thanks for clarification. Magic. Alright.
Okay, so what's your magic? What are you doing?
I am going to use Shadow Touch to try and cover myself with the shadows, because it's illusion magic.
Yeah.
And then basically I just appear to be a silhouette with everyone's...
So go ahead and roll at 1d6, and you need, as you can tell on your soul, 4 or higher.
2.
Okay.
That didn't work.
Okay. So you wouldn't know if that worked or not. What are you guys doing? Are you still doing the orc thing, or what are you doing?
I was just thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Should all of us be orcs, or should I stay a human? Just so we have some...
Oh, yeah, you illusioned yourself. Okay, continue.
For some variety.
If you think they're going to be okay with you being a human.
Well, I mean, they're sacking the city, but are they, like, outright... Can we see if they're outright killing people?
I mean, you're hearing screams, and you're hearing, like, sword clashing, so...
Yeah, okay.
I think we should all be orcs, so it makes sense for this party to be all traveling together.
Alright. All orcs.
So before you do that, you see Mason casting something...
Cerberus.
I'm sorry, Cerberus, casting something behind you. Nothing really happens, but he seems to be, like, trying to sneak. What do you do?
Like, am I just noticing him do it?
You're just noticing. You can still try and turn everybody into orcs, but are you turning everybody orcs and not him? And you're just seeing him sneak around? Because that's all you know.
Yeah, I would just turn the 4 of us into orcs and then...
Okay. So, in that case, you have Lance, Cedar, the diplomat. Oh, wait, 4 of us. So you are turning...
yeah.
Okay. All right, so, and it's Cerberus as well, right?
Diplomat, me.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not 3, I guess.
Okay, so diplomat, Cedar, and Lance,
yep.
Right? Okay, so go ahead and roll 3d6. It's going to go against your soul. Okay, what do you do with that dice? What do you do with the 1?
I'm going to take the strike.
Okay, so you're going to be at 1 out of 3 health?
Cedar, are you feeling okay? You look a little under the weather.
No, I'm fine.
With that being said, though, you succeed. So now it's just you, the diplomat, and Lance are all orcs, and you're attempting to sneak, not realizing that your magic has failed. You guys now realize that you're all orcs, and Mason is just...
Cerberus.
Cerberus is just sneaking behind you guys as you're doing so. Which may or may not work, but that's all you notice.
We'll find out in the next roll.
So great disguise. I look really fat.
I made you the fattest one.
Your mother is the fattest one.
Okay, let's go see what's going on.
Alright, yeah, let's stroll on in.
Okay. So what entrance are you guys going into?
Do we want to do a little split up action?
Have a little B plot going on?
Kinda. Because, I mean, I'm almost dead. Do I have to be around them for them to, like, stay looking like orcs?
No. However, if one of them kind of suspects something, they will have to then roll their magic resistance against your ability.
Okay.
You know, that being said, we might be more inconspicuous as 2 different parties of 2 instead of one big group of 4. So, Cerberus, do you want to escort the diplomat since you're pretty on it with your job?
I was going to probably suggest that Cedar sticks with the diplomat.
I was going to say that too,
well,
if they're going to the ancient temple...
Well, if we're going to the ancient temple, then I should stick with the diplomat since I have the elven history.
Oh yeah, but the diplomat wants to meet the mayor, and the mayor is at the elven temple, or the ancient temple.
Now, Cerberus, do we really want to leave him alone without his assigned bodyguards? Do we trust him enough?
I want this pardon, so I'm going with the diplomat.
I'll keep you alive, buddy.
I mean, we can try to roll a dice to see, does the diplomat still have the basic first aid healing ability, or is that just for the beginning of the
No, he
session?
still has some healing supplies. It's not really an ability per se, just more or less. He's just good at medicine. The thing to notice, though, is that he is an orc, and you were just trying to hide amongst everybody's shadows.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your plan exactly?
I am going to try and roll for another stealth to see if I can get a better roll.
Well, you more or less just failed a magic ability. You have no idea if that magic really, truly worked. You could ask if it did.
Before we split up, wouldn't it make more sense for me to go with the diplomat to the ancient temple because I have the boon to lore tasks and perception and stuff, so I can go see if there's any crazy things in there?
So pretty much don't split up into two.
Well, I'm not saying
I mean,
don't split up, but I think I should go with the diplomat because
Alright.
it's an ancient temple. There's going to be runes and whatever else.
Guys, you're killing me. You're going to have to decide here on something.
Can you be trusted?
Yeah.
Or Lance, why don't you go with Cedar to make sure he stays with the diplomat and I just go off?
Well, where are you gonna go off to?
Well,
You
I
can
got
hide
some
in the shadows.
I got some ancient and elven history knowledge, so might as well go
Oh, that would
exploring.
make sense too if you went to the ancient temple then. Yeah, okay.
All right, I'll babysit the other two then. That's the plan, boss.
So what is the plan?
I go with Cedar and the diplomat. He does a little exploration side quest.
So, the orcs of the party, essentially, are going to go and escort the orc diplomat to the ancient temple, and Cerberus is just going to go around randomly looking at history.
Is that right?
Wouldn't Cerberus be more like sneaking around to go see, what about Gauche or
tactical positions.
That's up to Cerberus.
get more of a lay of the land of the city?
Okay. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, because you're going to be made to make a lot of stealth checks. I'm just warning you right now.
We're also not helping these people.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, might as well make it more adventurous for this session.
Okay. So, you guys are splitting up.
Hmm.
All three of you are orcs, and for right now, everything seems to be going just fine. You guys are... Which entrance are you coming up on?
Yeah, that one. Close to the ancient.
They're
Okay, so...
group one, which is those three.
Okay, so audience, currently they are going to try and go up to the entrance that is nearest to the ancient temple, which is looking out to a large forest. And they're about to enter. They notice still some orcs around, sacking the city and gathering supplies and kind of just pillaging whatever they want. And there's people... Some people are running around, but not nearly as much. You realize as time goes by, there's less and less humans battling or screaming. And there's a fair amount of dead bodies kind of scattered about here and there. Not a lot. It's not like a huge city, but it's a fair amount. With that being said, you guys are about to enter in, right? You just waltz in, essentially? Is that what I'm getting at?
I think I would look around to see if I can see the secret tunnel or something, or secret passage.
Perception.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a 1d6. It needs to be against your mind check.
4.
Okay. You don't notice anything, but I'm guessing you just keep on walking, right?
Yeah.
As you guys are coming to the entrance, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you guys come to the entrance, there is going to be an orc stationed out there that is going to ask you some questions. So as soon as you come close, where'd you guys come from?
The entrance.
You guys didn't come... I'm at the entrance. Where did you come from?
The other entrance.
Why would you go from an entrance and exit out of that and then go to the other entrance? What's going on here?
Needed to take a walk.
We're busy right now. Okay, now you need to make me a persuasion. So it is gonna kind of like so roll me a mind check, and then you're gonna have a Bane because that was terrible improv.
A 3 and a 2.
Oh, is your mind? Okay, your mind is 5. Okay. All right. What did you guys do? You guys are up to something. What did you guys do?
I think you're up to something.
You know what they say about the accuser.
I am stationed at this entrance.
So you say.
We're here to relieve you, actually.
Okay, now you need to make me a mind check. And you're going to have to make me a mind check with a Bane. So, because you have a 2d6 already, that means you have a boon. So that Bane is going to cancel out, so you just have a straight roll. And you just need to roll at or over 4.
Fuck.
Okay. So, by the way, put a karma point, by the way.
Couldn't I use
you failed too, so
2 of those
put
to just fix that roll?
Yes, but it means you won't be gaining karma from it.
That's fine.
Okay, so do you want to do that? Do you want to?
Yeah, we'll pretend to relieve him, so we'll just.
So go ahead and erase 2 karma.
3 of them because I added 1.
Okay. All right. Okay. I guess I'll just go back to the captain, I guess. Ghosh will probably want something with me. He just looks at you guys like very suspicious. He's like, why so many? There really only needs to be one stationed out here.
It's an ancient temple.
That's inside the city that we're trying to get into. I don't know what you mean by that.
I think we're overstaffed, but it never hurts to have a few extra bodies.
Okay, now roll me another mind check. It won't be at a Bane this time. So, and yours is 2d6, so you have a boon.
6.
Okay. All right. You guys notice that he just walks away after Lance succeeds. So he's walking away. What do you guys do?
Should we maybe not let him walk away and go tell people, like, hey...
I mean, I just want to let you know, there are other orcs, like, wandering around. They haven't heard the conversation, but they could easily notice you guys, because they're, like, it's an open city.
And there's a group of orcs just walking around, and so just...
Yeah, these lines just signal roads, but, like, there's, like, houses, like, on the outskirts of it, and it's, like, a very, like, open area. Like, anybody could see anything. It'd be very, like, the only way to sneak around would be what Cerberus would be doing, which is, like, in between houses or on top of roofs or something like that.
Yeah, he's already walking away. I'm content to just let him do that.
Alright.
Alright, so what do you guys do?
I think we should leave one of us here.
Well, we did say we're here to relieve him.
Okay, so who wants to stay?
Or could we convince one of the other orcs around, hey, maybe you should just...
Convince them that they're assigned to relieve us.
Or maybe like the bathroom break.
I just want to let you know that there will be a certain amount of time, if one of you is going to be stationed, there will be a certain amount of time that orc is going to go to Commander Ghosh, and whatever he tells him depends on kind of like the fate of whoever's going to be stationed there. And then eventually he'll come back, and then we'll have to play out what happens.
That's what I said. We should walk away.
I mean, what were you going to do? Kill him?
I mean, where's Ghosh? Over this over yonder?
Well, the second port.
Yeah, there's 2 docks.
So if we get another orc to just cover us for like a bathroom break.
Yeah, that's what I'm
we can just, So, how far is the nearest orc?
Or do we get 3 orcs to do it?
3?
Because we said 3 of us were replacing him.
Yeah, but the other orcs don't need to know that.
The diplomat is going to speak up. guys, can we just go and see the mayor? We gotta figure out how to get in there, and we don't know what is waiting. I mean, it's up. Yeah, you guys.
I guess whether the
bodyguards, so.
whether the post is abandoned or we're still here, there's a party of three. I guess that causes problems either way.
So, we're orcs. Do we have orc clothing, or are we wearing?
I'm just gonna. You guys have seen an orc before, and so I'm gonna say that you guys just have the clothing that is needed.
Okay. I was gonna say because if we. Are we easily recognizable compared to the other orcs?
I would say that you guys blend in just fine.
Okay.
The dice roll succeeded, so I'm going to be completely nice on that factor. That being said, if you guys are questioned, we're going to have to go through a lot of, rolls for it. So what are we doing?
The diplomat is a point. Maybe let's just kind of hurry this along.
If we can blend in relatively well, then we might as well just abandon the post. Go.
Yeah, they won't figure it out for a hot minute.
Okay. So, if I'm going to hear you guys right, you guys are now going to be walking towards the direction that you guys think the ancient temple is in, right?
Mm-hmm. And perhaps rather briskly.
Okay. So, while they're heading towards that location, now we move on to Cerberus. Cerberus, what location, what entrance are you coming in? Are you coming in the same way, or are you coming in somewhere else?
I'm going to try and come through the other entrance.
The other entrance?
To the docks, since we separated outside of the city.
Okay, so there is an orc that is going to be stationed around that area. So if you're trying to stealth, you will need to roll me a... because you have, a 2d6 in your deft, right? Yep. Okay, so you just need a 4 or higher.
3, but then I also have a karma.
You want to use it?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and erase 1 point to your karma, and you succeed. So what do? Do you just enter in, when he's not looking, essentially? Because, he's just an orc. They're terrible guards.
Yeah, he's not paying too much attention. I sneak in while orc is distracted by a butterfly around a flame.
All right, I'm just going to say that works. So now you enter into the city. So what's your plan? Are you just going to kind of scope out the city?
I'm going to make my way towards the docks. Since that is where... Do I know that the commander is towards...
You don't know where the commander is. You have an idea. You might think that he might be at the docks because they did specifically say that they'll be waiting at the docks during the mind reading session. But that's really all you know.
I'm going to try and roll another... No, I already did self. I'm going to try and do a perception to check to... get narrow down my...
Okay, so go ahead and roll me a 1d6, and you need to roll against your mind, which is 5 or higher. Okay. Go ahead and add that karma point back in. So you don't really notice anything, but did you want to get closer to the docks?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say it'll take you a little bit to get there, but once you do, you are going to have to roll me another stealth. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and roll me another 2d6 for higher. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're definitely... You're blended right in. And you go through in between the houses, and you're kind of scoping things out. And you notice that there's 2 just relatively normal orcs that are near the docks, but they don't really stand out to you. None of them look like armored or special. They just look like normal orcs, and they're just at the docks. They seem to be waiting. However, you think you might recognize one of the boats, but you might have to roll in order to fully understand it. Do you want to roll a mind check?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so 5 or higher. Okay. You don't really recognize... You kind of have a feeling that you might know the boat, but you're just not entirely sure where from. You feel like you might have seen it recently, but that's the only knowledge you get. You let me know what else you do.
I am going to stay within the shadows between the houses.
So are you waiting, or are you still scoping things out?
I am currently waiting
To see if anything pops up on the docks. Okay.
To see if anything else happens.
So I'll say that some time has passed, and you specifically realize or see another orc essentially coming down the street and going into not a house, but like a it looks like maybe like a guild house, like a very like fairly like fancy place that probably some soldiers might go into.
Oh, meat hall. Okay.
Yeah. But he seems to kind of like look confused, but he just waltzes in, and that's all you notice. You let me know if you still want to wait, or if you want to check, or if you want to.
How much time has passed since when we entered the city? We were about to enter the city. It was evening.
So it was relatively evening, and you don't know what's going on with these guys. Mm-hmm. However, when you waited, it's pretty much like it's not like night, but it's relatively sundown. It's just enough to where like you can plainly see the night sky.
All right, I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if there is an open window. If the meat hall has an open window, which then I can eavesdrop in.
So you know that there is an open window. You can see it just fine. You don't need a perception for that.
Then.
But what do? Because right now you're waiting. So if you want to stealth over to that, you're gonna have to make me another roll.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Okay. So for a higher?
5.
Okay. Yeah. You stealth over to it. Did you want to just make a perception essentially and hear what's going on?
Might as well, since I succeeded.
Okay. Give me 5 or higher. Okay.
3,
Go ahead and put another on your karma.
Yeah.
Unless you use it. Depends on you. Okay.
We'll see it later.
All right. So you don't hear anything too special. You're just kind of hearing some voices, and they're kind of muffled. While that's happening, we're now going to go back to the team here. And you guys are just kind of walking by everything. Your disguises work just fine. No one really notices any problems. However, once you get to the ancient temple, you realize that there's a lot of like winding roads and pathways. You realize that like not only was this built upon elven history, but it was kind of built upon poorly. So the street, like the way to go about things, just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to you. So you're going to have to like wind around things in order to get into the ancient temple. That being said...
Can we see the temple?
Yes, you can see the temple, yes.
Well, I have an idea.
But there's going to be some houses in the way, essentially.
Oh, okay.
It's not just a road, it's houses along the road, essentially.
Can I attempt to climb up on one of the houses to get more of a bird's eye view?
You could. Just remember that you realize that no other orcs are climbing anything. I'm just putting that idea into your head. You can still do it if you want to.
Cedar, I kind of don't see a way forward. What if I just climb up and get a better view?
I don't think that's a good idea.
No? What's your plan then?
I don't know. I could look for signs to see if they help, like, distinguish road paths.
If you can read them.
I can.
All right. Well, do you see anything?
Perception check.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll against... You get 2d6, right? So go ahead and roll your mind check, which is 4 or higher.
4.
All right, perfect. You notice there, interestingly enough, not only does the road wind a lot, but you notice that there's not really many signs because there's not very many like off-shooting pathways, and the only off-shooting pathways that you notice are the ones who go directly into houses. So knowing that, you think that there's probably only like one or two paths you can actually go. However, what you realize is that there's currently a split. So you can only go left or right. However, there's specifically a sign that does say the street name, but that's all you gather. You don't gather whether or not the ancient temple is in that direction. You just gather that you have the street name, which that depends on you guys if you want me to name it or not. I'm just going to say it's a random name for a street.
Just for fun, let's hear it.
Okay. You know what? Just because Lincoln Avenue.
Lincoln Avenue.
Like the most common freaking name for a street.
Wait, Cedar. What if it means something? What if it's linking us to the temple?
Cedar turns away.
Fine. I'll give you any more input.
You just hear off in the distance, boo.
Just an orc.
Orcs do have senses of humor. You guys would know this. I just want to let you know.
Oh, perfect. I could just be myself. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, with your style of jokes, the orcs you would probably bond with them, and they will actually be the ones laughing at your jokes.
Most people laugh at my jokes.
So knowing you guys don't know what direction to go into, but knowing that the street that you're on is Lincoln Avenue, what do you guys do? And what direction do you go?
So instead of taking any offshoots, then can we just keep following Lincoln Avenue and see where it takes us?
Okay, but which way?
Where exactly is Lincoln Avenue?
So you guys are coming up on the street, and you know you can go right or you can go left. Lincoln Avenue is that entire street.
Cedar, you want to hang a right and see where we end up? If that doesn't lead anywhere fruitful, we turn around and try left.
Hang 4 more rights and make a circle.
I mean, you wouldn't know that. All you know is you can go right.
Let's go right.
I mean, 4 rights don't make a wrong, so...
So, you guys go right.
We go right.
We go right.
Okay. You notice that the road eventually does curve to the left. Do you guys just keep following it?
I have an idea. So, the road, is it going to be less, like, quality materials, like going for like, the offshoots, like the houses?
I mean, as
opposed to, like, we follow the materials that the more expensive...
So, it's really hard to dictate. If you really wanted to like get like in a solid check on it, like you would have to roll, because essentially all you guys are seeing are incredibly like ruined and old stones that were then paved mostly onto by human construction.
Kind of picture like the Roman buildings and whatnot in Italy, and they've done modern construction over it.
Yeah, that's my plan. Anyway.
What is your plan?
So you're just going to keep going right? You go left?
Yeah.
Okay. So, for the sake of time, I'm going to say that you guys are just going to follow the road, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys kind of have the feeling that this road is going to take a while. As you guys are reaching closer to the ancient temple, I'll say that like along this way, you guys like see like the ancient temple like right behind the houses, but you realize that the road still goes on a fair amount. Do you guys still keep following it, right? Or no?
We could cut by the houses.
Yeah, we just cut beside the houses, go to the temple. Or are we going to run into the problem of not having an entrance?
Well, so you guys don't see an entrance, and you realize that in between houses there's also fencing as well. So you guys tell me what you do.
Well, if we're being savages, we can just bash our way through the fencing, couldn't we? Would help us.
I mean, are
other
orcs in this area like sacking it?
Yeah, I mean, there's orcs here and there. There's not as many near the back of the ancient temple, but you do realize that there is a larger number of them to the left, the direction you guys didn't go into.
Are they looking at us?
You guys look like normal orcs. They have
Okay.
no reason
That
to
would
suspect
probably
you.
Makes sense to go with the stream of orcs. Because if they're going someplace,
But they're also sacking the city.
True.
Yeah,
But
hence why I wanted to
wouldn't
break
they-
my way beside the fences.
So I believe
but if they're gathering,
We haven't been
want see
told
what
to
they're-
gather, though.
Isn't that what Mace just said? They're gathering. There's a large number of them.
So there's more. Here's what I'll say. So when you guys came in, you noticed that there was a bit more to the left of the road, and then when you guys went right, there's kind of like less and less, and every once in a while there's some like walking by, but you realize that like there's just not as many behind the temple, and you guys know specifically that you're behind the temple because that's what you can see, but that's all. You guys have no idea how many entrances there are to the temple. You also have no idea where the entrances are.
Well, Cedar, do you like my plan, or do you have an alternate course of action?
If none of the other orcs are breaking down the fence, do we really want to draw attention to ourselves and just
I mean,
maybe
we're
don't-
saying- in a
You
city,
you do realize that there are some fences that are broken. They legit just don't care. There's plenty of doors that are broken
We are
into.
pretending to sack a city.
Fair enough. Yeah, sure.
We're gonna punch some fences.
So, Bane to strength, because
yeah.
you're an elf. The illusion's not going to help with that, and diplomat's not going to be much of help for.
I'm a pretty strong dude, though.
Right. So you are probably going to be the most reliant. Are you going to be the one that's just going to be mainly smashing into the fence?
You got it, Chief.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to make a body check then, and you have
1d6, and I gotta get a 3 or higher.
okay.
3.
Perfect. Yeah, you smash right through. So you guys go in between the houses, you smash into the fence, and you realize you're right behind the temple. But you still don't see an entrance. However, if you guys want, you can follow it along and like see if you can like find an entrance. But you're gonna have to cross a couple more fences.
We can keep bashing our way along the edge of it.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say you do because you succeed on the first one.
just do
Sweet.
it Kool-Aid Man style.
Now, I'll say it'll take a little bit of time, but then once you come to about the edge of it, which direction did you guys go into for the ancient temple?
Right.
You're gonna go right? Okay. So you go right, and you notice that at the edge of it there is an entrance, but you also notice a fair amount of orcs that are gathered up in that location, and they look like they have like a hand ram to like ram the doors with, and it looks like they're kind of preparing. It looks like they've already used the ram a couple times, and it seems to be a very tough door. But that's all you really know. So there's a fair amount of them that are gathered in that location, but that's all you gather.
You want to interact with them? And if they're trying to get in too, you just want to ask them, like, do they need help?
Do we really want to help them?
Because
They're
we have the same
probably battering
destination.
down to get to the mayor, which is what the diplomat's after.
Well, if we stay away from them, are they gonna beat us there?
Trying to think. Could Jared make the battering ram heavier with his gravity magic so they couldn't lift it?
So you want to stop them while we find our own way in?
I just remember, you guys, like magic requires components. It requires verbal and it requires somatic, which means you're using your hands and you're voicing it out. Now you can be a bit stealthier with it, but you are going to have to roll a stealth roll before you roll the magic.
So what do I... Can I choose what I specifically utter when I voice it out?
Yeah.
Something that sounds like just an observation, but it's really my spell. Like, wow.
If you're trying to blend in, it's still going to require a stealth roll, no matter what. And you're still using hand signs, so you're going to have to figure out how to blend that in as well. I'll only require one stealth roll, but it does need to be a stealth roll.
Can he use illusion magic to help me out with that?
Then he's going to have to roll a stealth roll.
What are your thoughts on that?
I have a single strike left.
You don't want to maybe, if you fail, just roll the magic wild table? You don't have to take the strike.
Okay, do we want to help the orcs enter, or are we trying to hinder them from entering?
On the one hand, we all want to get in, so it's like a shared goal, and it would help us blend in if we're offering help. On the other hand,
What if they go in there and
if
just
they go in
murk
there
them
first, that could be a problem. Okay, let's not interact with them just yet.
Okay.
So you're waiting?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you're showing me that. I'm the game master. Like, you guys decide what you want to do.
In case you wanted to interact with them, but I believe you decided not to.
If you guys want to wait, we can move on to Mason for a while with Cerberus, and you guys can kind of decide what you want to do secretly.
Okay, do you just want to keep an eye on them and see what they do when they get in? Read the room? I mean, what do you want to do? I want your input.
I don't know, I kind of want to hinder them from getting in there. But
maybe I could disguise my
we-
magic as some sort of spaz orc attack. Just really freak the fuck out, you know?
All eyes are going to be on you if that happens. I'm just letting you know. It can still work, but I'm just letting you know what will happen.
Cedar, I'm going to make an executive decision. I want to make the ram way too heavy with my gravity magic.
Maybe you should hide first.
Fine.
So you're a very large orc. I'm just letting you know that.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be your deft check, and you are definitely going to have a bane to that because of how large you are. Now,
You just had to make me the biggest.
Now, where exactly and how exactly are you hiding?
So we're in the ancient temple. Is there
You're not in the ancient temple.
around it?
Yeah.
Is there a good bit of like rubble around?
There were houses, right?
Yes, there's houses. There's not really rubble per se, but there are, like shrubbery, There's some bushes, some shrubbery.
Can I slink behind the wall of one of the houses and do this, or do I need a clear line of sight?
I can allow that, but
Okay.
but you're still gonna have a bane to the stealth check. Just remember that.
I'm aware.
Okay. So, what's your def debt again?
5.
5. Okay, so you're gonna need to roll me a 5 or higher, and you have to pick the lowest number of dice.
5.
Wow. Okay. Perfect. So you're hidden. Now what do you do?
And there was just the one entrance, right?
You don't
The
know
one they're
that.
trying. No.
You don't know
But
that.
we haven't seen another, right?
There could be there could possibly be other entrances. This is all you know.
We could walk around the left side and see if we find any.
Yeah, I mean you're already hidden.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't
I
think-
could walk around the left
Doesn't
side.
Cedar
Do
have
you want to do that? I'm just gonna.
history?
Wow. Lore. Boon to lore.
I believe that's your other class ability, right? So that isn't something you have right now, because you can only choose one class ability. That way, you guys can get used to your characters before we move on to more class abilities.
Cedar, why don't you go take a look? I'm gonna stay hidden where I'm at.
Alright, I will take a look.
Okay. So, are you just sitting there waiting, or what are you doing?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. So then, what are you doing then?
I don't know. Honestly, I just agreed with what Jared said.
Just agree to what I
I'm
said.
going to take a look around to see.
So, do you want to go on the? Do you want to go and follow the other side then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
So.
follow the other side.
Okay, so I'll say that you cut through some corners. There's not really as much fencing. And as you peer over to the other side, you notice that there is another entrance. However, there is a much larger mob of orcs that are also trying to get in within. So you realize that they're trying to get in from both sides, but there's not as many on the side that you were on. However, you also don't know why that is. You have no idea why there's a larger mob on one side than there is on the other. And that is kind of curious to you, but that's all.
I don't know what to do with that.
I'll say I'm going to stop that for you guys for right now. I'm going to move over to Mason as Cerberus.
Right.
So, you're going to the bathroom?
Yeah, I should.
Okay. We'll just play this out. Mm-hmm. So, Cerberus, you are kind of just near the window, right? And you're trying to listen. You kind of failed. Now, here's what you can do. You can either A, try to listen in again, or B, you can try and do something else.
I'm going to try and do another perception check to gather further information.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me 5 or higher on your mind.
2, and then how many karmas can I use at once?
As many as you want. Just remember that once you gain 5, then you can turn that in for a hero die. So it really depends on what you want to do.
I'll just say I failed my perception again.
Okay, so you want to use all of your karma? Or do you want
We're just gonna
to add another... So you'd have 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so once again, you hear muffling. You're not really sure what's going on. What do you do?
I decide to lose interest in the hall full of savage orcs and proceed to further explore the sacked city.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a 2d6, and you need a... What was your difficulty? Oh, 4 or higher.
4.
Okay. So where else do you go?
Since I left the 3 to the temple, I am still going to go with the little knowledge I do have and move in the direction of the docks with caution.
Well, you're already at the docks, and there's like...
Okay.
The location that you were at was like nearby the docks.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
I am going to... Are there 2 ships, one at each of the docks, or is it just...
There's a couple of boats scattered around that are kind of tied to the docks.
I will then do a perception check to see which ship further grabs my attention, and then proceed after that.
Well, you've already failed your
Perception.
memory for one of the boats.
Yeah.
If you want, though, you can still look at the other boats.
Might as well.
Okay. So what is that? Is it just 1d6, right?
Yeah, for mind.
Okay. So 5 or higher.
1.
Okay.
I failed.
Yeah, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Just boats. Now, if you want, you can turn that in for a hero die, but otherwise you can just keep the amount of karma that you have.
We'll save it for later.
Okay.
Remind me again, what does the hero dice entail?
That is your reroll, essentially. You can just choose to reroll any dice that isn't magic related.
Gotcha.
And currently I am using magic as stealth, so...
Actually, no, you're not.
Oh.
You just regularly stealthed.
Okay. Since I failed at my perception check for another boat, I decide to leave the docks and head towards the temple. So then I would probably say roll for...
I'll say you make
again.
it. I say you make it like a decent way, and then yeah, you'll have to make another stealth roll in order to actually like get into the second area.
Yeah, I'm like moving from the docks to like over here.
And then in order to get into that second area, that'll be the next stealth check.
All right.
So 4 higher.
5.
Okay, you're fine. You walk in, and you notice the same thing they did. There's 2 pathways. There's kind of houses everywhere. You can see the ancient temple in the distance, but that's all you know. You can go left or right, or you can just kind of keep hiding behind the houses and try to find things.
Since I have a boon for ancient, or a boon for elven history, would I be able to do a perception check to see if there was a secret route instead?
Yeah, I'll say... Yeah, I'll give you a boon for that. Go ahead and roll me a 2d6, and you need mind. You need 5 or higher.
4, and then I'm going to use one of the karmas to make it 5.
Okay.
So then...
You can save that.
So, for karma, you succeed. Now, here's what you notice. There is some, like, not necessarily detailed writing, but there is some very scratched and ruined writing that only because of your major history with this type of Elven specifically, you would notice that it is kind of like talking about being pointed in a specific direction, which is to your left. However, that's really all you can gather, and it's really hard to read.
Because it's so faded and ancient. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's only, you can only pick it up because you have a bit more like reading history about it than...
Then I am going to follow the directions of the faded ruins and take a left.
Okay. So then you look just straight directly ahead after you take a left, and you notice like a huge, okay, maybe not huge, but a very large mass amount of orcs that are currently trying to bash their way into the entrance of what you believe to be the ancient temple.
I am going to try and roll another perception check to see if the orcs have missed something that I can use to my advantage. Well, and then possibly be rolling for another stealth check.
What are you looking for exactly?
Well, I see that the horde of orcs are trying to break into what I believe is the entrance of the temple. So I am thinking that I could roll a perception check to see if there is another route that I could take, since I have my elven history that the orcs would not be able to realize or perceive.
If you were to do the check, I mean, really all you would see is just the one entrance.
Oh, okay.
I don't see how you would like really find the clues on a second entrance besides just walking over there.
Alright, then I am just going to watch from a distance, since...
So you're just watching them trying to bash their way into the entrance?
Yeah, because I would be completely outnumbered if I lost myself.
All right, so we'll just move back over to you guys then. What do you do?
Do we know if like orcs are, like, I don't know, like attracted to certain smells? Like, are they?
That would require history.
Just like, okay.
It would require history. I would say if you want to know, you would have to make a mind check.
I'll make a mind check.
Okay. 2d6, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Over
4 over. Okay.
4.
Okay. Not necessarily scent. Orcs are fairly sensitive to scent, but there's not really anything that like specifically sticks out for them because they don't really care genuinely. However, they do kind of have a scent for specific races.
Okay.
So you do think that they would know that there's actually humans in there because they can smell them.
Oh yeah, because my idea was like have a plant grow and like produce like the rotting meat smell, like
Rotten flesh.
yeah, like draw them out or
You would know that you might get like maybe a couple of them, but if they're on the job, I don't think the scent would be good enough to like really draw all of them in.
See, I did have a really wild idea. Not wild, but perhaps risky idea for dispersing that crowd that was using the battering ram. What if we walk up to them, 3 of us, tell them we're passing along orders from the captain that they're needed elsewhere. We're supposed to regroup elsewhere. So then we're just left alone by that entrance.
So you want to tell the group of orcs that they're needed elsewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
what if we played another sense of humor?
You got anything in mind?
No, I was just
I mean, could have one of them walk up and the other of us like pants the diplomat. But that's not going to really do. They're loud.
It's not going to stop them
anything.
from bashing in a wall. Or a door.
That seemed almost the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, I don't want to try to physically stop them. Let's see where we can get using our words.
If they're like less intelligent, drawn to like sense to draw them away. That was my idea.
Yeah, they're not completely stupid. They have the much intelligence to craft entire ships and weapons. They definitely have intelligence, but definitely not as much as other races do. It's just not what they're known for. They're more emotionally based, but it doesn't mean they're not intelligent.
Well, Cedar, do you want to try the verbal approach?
No, no, not really.
We got to get in there.
There's so many conversations that would have to be had in order to be like, all right, guys, you need it elsewhere, and for all of them to just.
You guys guess by the amount of time that it probably took for the guard to go to the captain and then come back. You're guessing by that amount of time that it's been taking you to really go around stuff and go into the city and whatnot, that guard is probably waltzing back as of right now.
I see.
Probably.
How many orcs were using that ram? Like, what was that group looking like?
I mean, it's just two.
Just
that are holding the ram, but there's other orcs that are around that are essentially like thinking up of ideas in order to crash their way in. Because you realize that like it's not just a wooden door. It's like a very like reinforced wooden door with like iron workings in it. So it's like it's not something that can just be easily burnt down either.
Well, Cedar could offer them help. That was still on the table. They might respect us. They might even let us go in first.
What makes you think that?
Everything's a risk here. Do you have any bright ideas?
No.
Which of mine do you hate the least?
Hate the least. Probably offer help.
Do you see an alternative course of action? Because if you don't, we're going to go lend a hand.
I mean, if we could get in first, I guess. I don't know. I could try to reinforce the door behind us if we can get in, but we'd have to close the door and then.
Well, that's fine. What are they going to do? Get in?
I'm not entirely sure how you would close the door that's being rammed into.
Exactly.
Well, we get in, and then you make some sort of vine door. And we deal with the problems that causes when we get there.
I don't know.
Basically, try and grow a tree to use as a brace.
Fuck it, help him.
You guys need a hand over there?
Were you guys stationed to come over here?
Yes, we were sent over. We were supposed to check on your progress, and it looks like you're not in yet.
He doesn't suspect anything, so you don't have to roll.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. Well, as you can see, just, ramming the door like the other guys over on the other side are. So I don't know if you want to... I mean, I'll be honest, the guy behind me, he's not very strong. Hey! If you want to,
Strength? I'm very strong. Let me take over for him.
that works for me. Bucky, do you?
Bucky.
I'm helping. Not by much. I'll be honest with you. You gotta go. I'm honestly thinking about reporting you to the captain at this point.
It is okay. Some things aren't everyone's strong suit, and clearly being strong is not your suit.
Orcs notoriously have horrible laughs. So he lets go. Did you want to pick it up then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so both you and the guy in front are holding the ram. All right, did you want to try now, or do you want to like prep a bit? Or
I am ready.
you ready? Okay. So here's how this is gonna go. So he's gonna roll 2d6 because orcs naturally have boon to strength.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go ahead and roll your 2d6. The way this is gonna
Can I
work.
use my arm for this too. For the extra strength.
That's up to you, but I mean, he might notice some like highly extra strength coming through.
Or an orc using.
Okay, just forget it then.
Okay. So, here's how this is going to work: is both the orc and you are going to roll against your body check. So, what do you got again? You got
3.
3. Okay. So, and then you have a boon to strength, so you can roll 2d6. So, he's going to roll. He's 3 or higher. Okay, go ahead and roll.
5.
Okay. All right. So you both succeed in bashing it. You make like an actual like dent this time, but you're gonna have to go again. So do you want to do it again?
Let's keep going.
Okay. So 3 or higher. I failed. What do you do? What is that?
4.
You're under 3.
Okay. You don't make as much of a dent, so this is gonna require more rolling. So we're gonna do it again. Oh, damn. Okay, go ahead. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just got 2 6s. I'm literally going to say that doesn't just break down. Like, the door almost essentially disintegrates.
We have done it, Fred.
Okay, so, this is all going to be one quick motion. So, as soon as the door gets broken down, the ram is then going to be let go. And all the orcs, you will all notice this, are just going to funnel right into the entrance as quick as possible. So you guys need to let me know what your last minute decisions are before this happens.
Cedar,
Yeah.
I think we have to follow them in. It's where we need to go, and I think they're going to ask questions if we aren't.
If you guys want to be the first ones in, for one, the guy is ahead of you, so he will be going in first. So if you want to go in right after, you are going to have to roll me a death save.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
No,
I ain't following you in there.
you're just gonna chill out there.
I guess so, because I can't, like, speed in
I'm
there.
probably gonna need to take the diplomat with me, aren't I?
You're not by the diplomat.
I mean, that depends on you guys. If you guys want him to go in at the same time, or if you guys want him to wait with Cedar. I don't know if you guys want to just wait and for the orcs to funnel in and kill any human they see. It's up to you.
Yeah, because if I cast magic, they're going to see it.
It is not unheard of for orcs to have magic. I do want to say that. They aren't believers in the reservant religion. In fact, they couldn't care less.
Okay.
You would know that at least.
Oh.
Would you enable him, if he so chose to ensnare every other orc there except our party? So we can just run in? Or do you have a different idea?
I was thinking more like tripping them and being like, have a nice trip, because then they'd all go, ha ha ha.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that.
Okay, are you sure this is what you want to do?
Fuck, no.
No?
We just need to make decisions here, but
I have to ask this stuff. I really do, because like your guys' consequences fully rely upon what happens next in this entire
I'm
campaign.
scared I'm gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
My question is, why haven't you had the embassy, the diplomat, try it and give you first aid?
I haven't asked.
He had his basic first aid.
I didn't ask. I kind of forgot. That's fine.
Well, this is a last minute decision, guys. I need
Just
an
let
answer.
him do it then. You have to pick one of them.
Just go on ahead and let them kill whoever they want.
I'm gonna trip him.
Well, now you are gonna trip them. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna use 4 dice, and I am going to.
Okay, that's a big major trip. Okay, I'm gonna say that. You might hurt some of them. However, it will definitely trip all of them.
Yeah, as I was thinking about just like the door.
Okay.
And then a dog pile.
So, I am, because this is going to be major, and it's going to be against the resistance. So, there is going to be roughly about 6 orcs, okay? So I'm rolling, and they only have a 1d6 to their magic die. So I'm going to be rolling 6 dice, all right? And you're going to have to roll a 6 or higher on your 4 dice.
I got this. 6.
Orc, my gosh, he got
Okay.
it.
Okay. That'll work. All right. So they all, and you were being careful not to trip.
Yes, you were. You were being careful.
Well, you were in there already. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Careful.
All right. What's the diplomat doing? What did you want him to do?
Should we just take him with us? I don't really
He's
want
gonna
to.
trip too, and he's
You-
gonna
wait,
fall into like.
Not if you choose not to
You
trip
can
him.
just
That's
choose
why
to
I'm
be
asking.
careful.
Oh yeah, no. Don't trip the diplomat.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
I
so.
think he stays out. Personally,
You
I don't
should
think
go
he
with
runs in with a group of orcs looking to kill humans.
No, he's following us.
But it will look peculiar for him not to.
I really want to just leave him alone out there.
Did the orcs notice that I tripped them?
I mean, we're kind of playing this out at last second.
Oh, so they would. Okay, yeah.
So as of right now, you're about to cast it. I just want to know what everyone's doing. So you're running in.
I'm running in.
Okay, so what's the diplomat doing?
I guess he's running in.
So diplomat is running in, and then what are you doing? Are you're just casting magic, or are you also going in?
Can I make it look like I'm going in, but kind of hang back?
Like an illusion.
I'll require a stealth roll, which is going to be against your deft. So that's going to be a 1d6, a 6
Are
or
you
higher.
feeling like a deft punk?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'll trip him and then
You're just staying behind?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's the final answer? Okay. So, they all are tripped. All right? They fall, all of them fall flat in their face, except for you and the diplomat. You guys are running in, and some of the orcs kind of look around, and then they see you, who you're kind of hanging back, and just like, was that you?
Yeah, I was thinking, you guys could have a nice trip. Ah!
I want to report the captain to you. We got a serious business right here.
But I was just trying to be funny.
Some of them just look at you and like mildly irritated, and then they're just like, forget it. So then they get up and then they're about to run in. Lance and the diplomat have a head start. So what are you guys doing? Because these guys are getting up and they're about to rush in as well as you guys are rushing in.
Trip them
No,
again.
I was say cave it in.
Oh, that's right. I can,
Cave in the entrance.
Yeah, I am going to do that. I'm going to try and use my gravity magic to cave in the entrance.
You do realize currently right now that's the only... No. Did they check both entrances?
I can
Or
get my own way
they
out.
only find one?
I'm more
I
scared.
mean,
dude.
you don't know. All you know is that there's
Yeah,
a massive
I know.
orcs that are at entrance.
Yeah, I meant for their
And
place.
they know, though. They know that there's 2 entrances.
Okay. Never mind then.
So, this is going to be...
I mean, we did loosen some rubble by bashing our way in, would we have?
Maybe. I don't know. If this is... I'll you know what? Screw it. Okay. I mean, you don't really have that high of magic, so the only thing I can imagine is maybe you just, like, vibrate, like, a certain frequency within the stone. You know what? Here's what I'll do. You need to make a mind save. Okay? So you need to make a mind check, which...
It's
what was
5 with 2d6.
Okay, so 2d6, 5 or higher.
2 and a 1.
So, with Jared doing that, he failed. Could I make it look like it caved in? Because I have cast major forms of illusion-based magic with earth, if that's rubble.
I mean, yeah, you can do that. Just remember, like, these guys are then going to be looking at you because they kind of already know who just tripped them.
Shit. Okay. Figure it out.
Figure it out.
So
I already failed. That was my attempt at figuring it out.
So, right. So here's what you know is you don't know. You don't know the walls. You don't know what, like, frequency to, like, vibrate it, like, in accordance to your, like, gravity magic. I suppose it doesn't technically make sense for you to understand or how to do vibrations, but it's more or less that, like, you would be, like, seaming through it, like, to make the wall go down. However, you have no idea what would require for it, and you might think that might need, like, higher magic than you would possibly know, since you don't really understand the wall very well.
Cowabummer.
If there's something else you want to do, let me know.
I don't know how to stop them from not tripping and then
Start
going
telling
right back
jokes.
I just want to say, you are, like, a high-level magic user. There's a lot of things
I actually
you can
should
do.
make the caved-in illusion.
So they can come at me with when I'm a level 1 strike?
Well, why do you have to admit that you're the one that did it?
Look,
Because they looked at me.
I really shouldn't be pointing this out, okay? But, like, you don't just have to do one thing. You're an incredibly high-level magic user. So, the more dice you use, the more things you can do.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm not saying you can just, like, you know, twist this and then do that. But what I'm saying is that it can be on a much larger scale. You know, it doesn't just have to be one wall.
Okay, I guess that's what I'm struggling to...
Like, just be creative with it as much as you want. I know you got it in you.
Where there's a willow, there's a way.
Well, I mean, it is an ancient elven druidic temple.
It's made out of stone, which you can easily do anything with. It's earth. It's a part of earth. It is your type of magic.
So what do you think? Cave down? No. So if it's earth, can I, like...
Like earth bend it.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Make a pit. Well, okay. So it's all stone. I guess, can I make a new door by just rising it?
Out of stone? Okay.
Rising the
So-
stone up?
Okay. So did you want to use the stone from the temple in order to make the door?
I mean, yeah. I guess I'm just
What?
raising the earth.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I think that's what we're trying to do anyway. I'm going off of what his
Stop the
decisions are.
orcs from chasing after the
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are you doing? Are you creating the wall just at the point to where they would be rushing in with these two?
No, it would cut them off, and then I guess I would also try to raise up another one so they wouldn't come after me.
So 2 walls. Essentially, you want to cave them in, right?
I mean, it's more of a boxing them in than caving, but yeah.
Okay.
Enclosed.
So that will require definitely 5 dice. With that being said, you don't go against their magic resistance. You now go against your soul. So go ahead. 3 or higher.
No ones.
Yeah? All right. It works. So both walls come up, and you can't really hear them very well, but what you do hear are very angry noises. With that being said, though, what do you do?
So what can I see first of all? Is it just like, is it a labyrinth? Is there just one path? Is it a maze in there? What am I working
There's a couple of pathways, yes. It does seem like it was not supposed to be built as the human temple as it was built over as it is now. It did seem like it had a completely different purpose. But because of the repurpose, you do see, where the human construction starts and where it ends, essentially.
Mm-hmm. So where am I right now? Is there a straight path ahead of me? Is there a fork in a road?
Yeah, there's a fork in the road. You can go left, right, or straight. You don't really know where to go, but that's what you do know.
Can I split up with a diplomat? He goes left, like 20, 30 paces. I go right. Can we communicate what we can see?
You would have to literally convince a diplomat to split up from you because he is literally relying upon you guys to protect him. And you're telling him to essentially go off on his own.
Can I do a perception check to see what sticks out
Sure.
as like the original elven passage and not the human construction?
Yep. Go ahead and make a mind check. So, 5 or higher.
3.
Okay. You really don't know. This is incredibly strange to you. Go ahead and add a karma, by the way.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I guess I'll just keep going straight and see where that gets me.
Okay. You reach into a room, and you do notice that there are a couple of people who are like huddling close to each other. No one really stands out. You're not entirely sure. But they do now just see an orc. And now they are incredibly scared, and you realize that they're probably just civilians with no protection.
Guys, I know this looks bad, but I am not here to hurt you right now. Can we keep a secret?
You need to roll against...
Can we keep a secret?
I'm going to tell them
I'll say 3, and you can roll 2d6 because it's mind. You need to roll a 6 or a higher. Or just a 6, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely scared of you, and they're now running away.
Wait, no, come
And
back.
screaming.
I'm not really an orc.
That's what an orc would say.
What do I have to do to prove it?
Could the people I put disguises on dispel them themselves? Or is that something I have to do?
You
or
have
wait
to
for
dispel
the-
it, yep. And you wouldn't know, unfortunately.
Just for future.
They ran away. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, they're gone. You see the direction that they go into, but that's all you really know.
I'm just going to meander where they went.
They
They seem to have an idea of where they're going. If they...
As you follow along their footsteps, then a human guard is... and you notice, you think he might be a recruit. Because, his hands are, shaking on the halberd he's pointing towards you. It's like, halt!
Sir, I do not want to hurt you. I promise. I am not really an orc. I'm actually an alien in a disguise of sorts.
Okay, so roll against a frickin' 1. You know what? That makes sense. He's a recruit. Go ahead.
4.
Okay. I mean, you had a boon to it. Go ahead. Okay.
And another 4.
That works. He's like, but you're an orc. What do you mean you're an alien?
I can't say much. I'm just going to let you know I'm not really an orc. It's
What?
an illusion.
Magic? Are you...
I said I don't want to hurt you. I didn't say that I wouldn't.
You casted magic.
You're going to keep that to yourself.
Okay, I need you to roll me an intimidation. That's just going to be a straight mind check. So, 5 or higher, 2d6.
4.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to use a karma point. I'm
Okay.
Make that a 5.
All right. He lowers his halberd. And he's like... Such a mess. All right. What do you want?
Well, first of all, can you tell me how well do you suppose you could navigate this temple here?
I know the ins and outs. This is the first thing that we're taught when we're training in this place.
I see. Next question. Is the mayor here?
Yes, he is. He is here.
You will take me and my friend here to him.
How are you going to convince them that you use magic to conceal yourself?
That I use magic? I mean, do I need to do that?
Look, I don't... This isn't really my room to say, but there is currently a cleric next to the mayor, and he will not hesitate to punish you for using magic.
You'd have to be breathing to do that now, wouldn't he?
There is also a crusader in with the cleric.
Then can we play a game of telephone with my accompaniment here, back and forth, if you're not comfortable with me approaching?
You're making this very difficult.
So are you.
How? You just want to waltz right into there?
Would have been nice.
You know what? Fine. You know what? He steps aside. It's literally like down there to your right and then to your left. And you reach into a much larger room where the mayor is in. Go right on ahead.
Great, thank you. See, that didn't need to be so difficult.
I would love to see what happens next.
You know what? You're going to come with and vouch for us.
As soon as you get close, he like sticks his hand like around you and like kind of waves it and like see like the illusion. He just like his hands just kind of swipe through it.
Is that better?
It makes me feel somewhat better, but not a whole lot better.
Good for you.
You're using the spirits of dead people. I hope you know that. He spits to the ground.
That's supposed to make me feel bad.
He just lets you go.
Okay. I'll
Cheers,
follow
you
his
get some
directions then.
So-
some people off of not dying.
So, you just waltz in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I follow his directions.
So, you and the diplomat, which are currently disguised as orcs, are just waltzing right in, and as soon as you do, you realize that there really isn't that many guards. You kind of have the idea that the guards have been kind of like picked off one by one, and have all been like, scared out of their wits. So as of currently, all there is the recruit guard that you ran into, as well as a cleric, a crusader, and the mayor, as well as some other refugees, which you guess are just kind of civilians, don't really have any practice in combat. But as soon as you waltz in, both the crusader and the cleric raises their flanged mace, and the crusader raises up a large greatsword. Halt! Why were you let in?
Why wouldn't I be let in?
What?
Oh, right. Yeah, this is just an illusion. I'm not really an orc. Somebody did this to me.
Magic was casted on you? Without your consent, you are an orc.
Try touching me if you don't believe me. Wave your hand through me a little. And I put my hands up.
The recruit comes out from behind you, and he sighs very deeply and heavily, and then he sticks his hand, and then he takes it out. So, who exactly casted the magic on you, and why?
Well, that's just it. I have no idea. I didn't see them.
You aren't able to cast magic?
That is affirmative. I cannot myself.
Okay.
Nor would I. Because
now you're going to have to roll me. I'm going to say this is going to be the Crusader, who does actually have good insight. So you're going to have to roll me a 6.
2 or 1?
Yeah, you have a boon to mind, so yeah, go ahead.
5.
Okay.
I'm going to use a karma point.
Okay. All right. They lower their weapons. It's like, so magic was casted on you without your permission to make you an orc. Why?
Well, if I knew who did it and I saw them do it, I would have a better idea of that, wouldn't I?
So the diplomat then walks up and he's like, Mayor, it's I'm the diplomat to be sent from the King's Kingdom, specifically King Jack. He told us to come over and so you're telling me that someone force casted a magic concealment to make you both orcs. The diplomat just like, he looks back at you.
Maybe he was friend trying to help us stay undercover. Maybe he was a foe who sought our demise. Who's to say?
Wanted to prolong. I mean, you could do it.
What?
I mean, someone could have cursed you just to see how long you would survive a city being raided by orcs.
Lance doesn't know.
All right, well, regardless. The mayor then pops up. Oh, okay. I'm trusting you. I'm trusting the both of you. All right?
You can absolutely trust us.
Okay. It's a big decision. As you can see, we're currently, surrounded. And they've been killing everybody. So I don't know what you guys have planned. I can't really currently get you into the castle if that's what you're trying to do right now.
So then who can?
Well, the last ticket that I sent off, I have information that ticket might have been caught by some of the druids in the forest nearby. However, because of that, unless you guys go and get that ticket, I got no way of affirming you one of the tickets that you're needed in order to get into the castle.
Any words of advice?
Well, currently, the biggest word of advice I need is not words, but actions. We're surrounded on both sides, and we're about to die. We got no one currently for guards. The rest of the guards are held up somewhere else, or at least that's what my informatives have been saying to me.
Well, if you're trying to recruit our help, I hope you should know that outside it's kind of beyond the scope of a 1 or 2 man job.
No, I understand that, but we need to get out of here some way or another. So unless you got something planned, or if you just want to waltz right back out and just leave us to the dogs.
We can send for help, but firsthand, there's not much I can do here.
Send for help from who?
I'll find a way.
I'm gonna need some convincing on that.
What could I possibly say that would make you feel convinced? What do you want me to do? Drag you out of here? Second we step out, they're taking your head off. I would lay low here and let things die down a little bit.
Let things die. You think this is just gonna go away like a bird on a tree? For God's sakes, they're ramming the doors right now.
And they haven't gotten through yet, have they?
I'm pretty sure they just got through one of them. I don't know what happened. I don't know where the rest of them are. I don't know how you guys got in, but I know 100% I heard the noises of one of those doors being crashed.
All I know is I looked behind me. They weren't making their way in. If that door was crashed, wouldn't they be here by now?
Okay. Definitely roll me a mind check. Go ahead.
6.
Okay. He believes you. Okay. So you just waltzed in? How exactly? You just came in and then looked behind you and then nothing, or what?
The light just vanished behind us.
Okay, well, you ain't making a lick of sense. But I'll take help as I need it. So what's your plan now? Because we're held up here. All of us are, including you.
I intend to rendezvous with any allies or guards I can recruit, circle back here, and if they haven't taken what they needed and left, we'll clear them out for you.
Okay. I like your plan so far. How are you going to get out?
You just leave that to me.
So we have to wait here and wait for you to come back somehow.
Do you like the idea of exiting and having your head lopped off by the first orc that sees it?
I'm just getting reinsurance. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Fine. Well, just go and do whatever you need to do. I'm hoping and praying at this point. Hope you know that. This ain't easy for all of us. We're all scared.
I'll pray for you too.
Yeah. The diplomat looks at you. He's a little unsure as to what he should be doing right now.
Just follow my lead.
So, are we just gonna walk out, or what are we?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to ask him?
I got a question. Are the orcs after the people in there, or are they after something in the temple?
You don't know.
Exactly. Ask the mayor what's in the temple.
Is that a question you would ask?
Sure. So, is there anything else in here? Is it just you guys hunkered down? Is there a reason they might want to get in?
This kind of really just came out of nowhere. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
So
They're just kind of killing everybody at this point.
Well, I assumed you would have been the prime target, the mayor of this.
I mean, maybe.
City of yours.
Maybe. Or they're just kind of killing everybody they can. I don't know what their plans are. It's kind of an oddball question, really. There's not really anything in this temple, to answer your question. It's an old temple. Older than me.
Alright, fair enough.
This construction over it is older than me, for God's sakes.
Oh, and these elves that might have our tickets. Anything I should know about them? Are they hostile? Are they friendly? Can they be negotiated with?
Elves? I didn't say anything about elves.
You said something about a ticket in a forest.
Yeah, like druids. My informant specifically told me that druids took it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe druids have a couple of elves. I don't really know. I've only ever seen human druids.
Well, fair enough. They're all
shaky and I don't like them personally. I think they're very, very schemy like.
Yeah, maybe I got confused. The other races, they all kind of look the same to me.
You're a very weird person who's supposed to be an orc, apparently.
That's not very nice.
I don't really care about being nice right now.
I can tell.
I care about survival. So, unless you want to sit here and waste my time with stupid questions, can you please help? And then I will help you in any way that I can. I don't know what it'll be, but I'll do what I can.
All right, well, you just stay here and keep looking pretty.
All right. Well, then I can promise you that as long as I survive, then I can write on the ticket for you and put my signature down, as well as any other signatures from whatever party you might or might not have. So you at least have one ticket to get into the castle. I don't know how the hell you're going to reach the other ones, but well, it's the same thing that I gave the adventurer, so I don't care.
Lance always finds a way to get the job done.
Good.
That's my name, by the way. Lance Voorhees, an extraordinary individual.
I'll be honest, I don't care. Mason, is this passing notes in class? Are we in high school? I mean, if you think that he would ask that, then please be my guest and just like let him know. You don't have to pass notes. Just you can use your speech. You don't talk much, so whenever you are able to talk, that would be fantastic.
You know, I'm not really concerned about the commander.
Well, you talked about tickets to get into the castle, so why wouldn't the...
Are you talking about Commander Braun? Is that what you're talking about? What, do you think that would be something
I
you'd
mean,
be
I don't
asking?
remember Braun bringing that up, if I remember right.
He didn't bring up a ticket, I don't recall, but...
No, he brought up how you needed tickets in order to get into the castle. He brought that. That's how you guys know anything at all about the tickets, because not even the diplomat knew anything about that. That's all you know.
Yeah, I don't feel like that begs any more questions about him, though.
So are you then going wherever in the goddamn hell you're going?
Oh, Mr. Diplomacy, did you have anything else you wanted to talk to him about?
I mean, as long as we can get that ticket signed and move on to whatever the heck we're supposed to be moving on to.
All right, let's go back the way we came.
Okay, so you reach the stone door. What are you doing?
Hi,
Cedar, you out there?
He's not going to be able to hear you. Not only is there 2 stone doors, but there's currently a stone door in between a bunch of noisy, angry, and vicious orcs as of right now, who are then behind another stone door.
Boxed.
Can I teleport me and the diplomat out and around them?
I think, what did I say? I think before I said that you can only teleport to a location you can see.
Dang it.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, like, your magic is you're not a conjurer. Like, you have very low tier magic. I can't imagine you would be able to do that.
I'm sorry. What are you doing out there exactly?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know
So are you just standing out there?
Are there any orcs around me, or did I manage to catch them all?
I'd say I'll be nice. I'll say that you managed to catch them all.
Congrats, Ketchup.
You know that there's plenty of orcs on the other side who are trying to ram the other entrance, but no one really noticed anything. They might soon, but currently you were just kind of standing there.
Because I don't want to take the stone door down, because then...
Oh, don't I have to go through it to get out of here, though?
Maybe we could try to open the other side, but that's not really...
And you would have no idea if he succeeded in his conversation or not.
Shit, I still like an orc, don't I?
Yes.
I think I'll take the first stone door down, the one that's like...
Which
to the
one?
outside and to me.
So you're-
The one between the horde and him.
Okay.
Maybe not. I don't want to do that.
One of us is gonna have to
Die.
open a door and do something with these orcs.
Or you are a high class...
Can I
You,
make an illusion, like illusions of other orcs in the area, and then take the stone door down?
that sounds like a lot of convincing.
It's gonna...
Can he use the stone walls of the temple to crush all of the orcs?
See, I feel like that too, but that seems like a cop-out.
Not necessarily.
It's a solution.
You are
well,
also
then I'll crush him.
You're also a powerful mage.
Well, yeah,
and
but I don't know.
You can do whatever the gosh darn hell you want to do.
I'll fucking crush him.
Okay.
Are we doing it the compact?
Oh, compact, like Star Wars.
From Star Wars? Yep. Okay.
So, here's the deal. What was it? I think I said there were 6 orcs. Yep, I know. So, you need to roll me 5d6, and it's going to be up against 6 orcs. So, before we do anything, I'm going to roll. And the 6 is your highest, so you need to roll me a 6.
Bam.
You got it.
Okay. So I'll say that you, because they're fairly tough. If you want to kill them fully, you're gonna have to do it again. All right. So we want to try it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a thwomp.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Once again, you're gonna need a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Okay. And you don't fail. You don't roll any ones.
Sweet.
Okay. We're going to do this again. If you want to kill them. They're very tough orcs. And I'm purposely making this tough because I can't imagine that they would be easy to kill. So we're going to do this again. You got another 6.
That's another 6.
Okay.
I got a 1 though.
Okay, what do you do? What do you do?
Wild magic table.
Okay. All right. So
Wait, but doesn't the wild magic table take health?
No, I can pick either health or wild magic
it
table.
can though.
Oh.
So roll me a 1d6.
6.
Okay. You not only succeed, but you also gain 6 karma points. Or no, I'm sorry, 3 karma points. 6 is way too much. Yeah. But yeah, you get 3 more karma points.
4.
Okay. And you succeed. And I'll say the orcs are definitely crushed. They do technically have more hit points than 3, but it's stone walls. I can't imagine they'd be able to hold on for too long. But you also don't know that. You just crushed it like 3 times. You're drastic at this point. So what do you do?
I genuinely I think 3 times would probably be enough to crush most things.
Right.
So I will lower the first one
Okay.
just to at least get a look, and then lower the second one.
Okay. As soon as you see that, all you see is basically a mush and mesh of just like guts everywhere, with like one singular, like kind of like semi-squished hand just like out, and you think it might be twitching.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
At this point, I step out with the diplomat, see the twitching hand, and kind of just.
Well,
stop.
hold on.
Well,
He only
did the
Careful.
one door.
Yeah. Yeah, he only did 1 door, so you don't know anything yet. All you see is like the door going.
So, you're just not going to open the other one?
No, I will. I was just opening the first one to make sure that
Okay.
I
Yeah, and
crushed them all.
Okay, and all you see is just a pile of guts and mush and blood everywhere, as well as like maybe like a twitching hand. It looks like it might be connected to a body, or of what used to be a body.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
The hand
You,
just keeps twitching.
You been busy out here?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah?
I think my kill count's higher than yours now.
I didn't know it was a contest.
There's a contest.
Diplomat speaks up. Guys, if we're gonna do it, we should probably hurry.
Yeah, okay, we're getting there.
What are we hurrying for? I don't know about your conversation.
Yeah, you didn't hear anything.
Oh, yes, things. There are things you need to know that I should tell you. Yes, we talked to the mayor, right? He was down there. It was a bit of an awkward conversation. He seemed like I kind of rubbed him the wrong way. But essentially, we need to go into the forest. We're in search of tickets will enable us to get into the castle.
I thought
That's
we
what
were.
he said, right?
I thought we were gonna search for more troops to help the mayor out.
No, I lied to the mayor. I wasn't gonna do that at all.
You lied to the person we were trying to find.
Got the information I needed.
Okay.
Anyway, some druids in the forest may perchance have these tickets we need.
Cool. Anyway, are there any orcs on this side now?
So you're waiting, and I'll say that you kind of have a feeling that at any second now, they're probably, at least one of them is probably going to go and check to see how the team is doing. But nothing has happened yet, probably because a lot of them are focused on the actual entrance. As what you just did, you guys can kind of gather that it's kind of a side entrance, and that's why it required a lot more looping in order to find.
Could I go in there, into the temple, and try to help reinforce the other side of the door so they'd have more time to go to the forest? Or because if we go to the forest, we're just kind of leaving them.
By the time you do that, I'm just letting you know that someone would definitely see that there's literally no orcs on that side, which means they are instantly going to try and get into the temple.
Oh yeah, we also haven't read.
Well, I mean, yeah, I could just
Cerberus yet.
put the.
If you want, you can just redo the stone up.
That's what I was thinking.
But eventually they will push through to the other side.
Oh, I mean, you could probably roll for a perception check to make it seem like there wasn't a second entrance. In the
Could I
first
leave a
place.
cave-in
What?
illusion there?
Oh, what?
Like a cave-in illusion?
I mean, you
Put the door up and then put the...
you still can't see the other side of the door, though. That's the problem. So, if you want, you can stone back up the door, the entrance that you guys just went back into. What I'm saying is that the other entrance is still being rammed into. So, did you guys want to do anything with that, or do you want to leave?
So it's either we go
Inside the temple.
inside the temple, reinforce the other side. and
Which
then-
means you have no way out. I'm just letting you know.
True. Shit, okay.
Cliffhanger.
Stonewall back up. Let's go to the forest.
Wonderful. Works for... Wait a minute. Have you seen Cerberus anywhere?
Uh-oh.
What are you doing, by the way? Because we left off on you literally seeing the ancient temple and seeing the orcs at the
We
front
left off
entrance.
where I was stalking the group of orcs trying to break in through the main entrance.
So if you want, I can just say that you would then peer over to the other side, which can easily be done once you walk over there, and you can see them just talking right there. Did you want to make another stealth check for that, or no?
I'm going to roll a perception check to see how further along the night has risen, because then I don't have to worry about need to roll for.
It's
my
night.
visions.
You don't need to roll a percent.
Okay.
It's night.
Sweet. Then I am going to sneak around or no, whatever you said.
Okay. So go ahead, roll a. Did you just want to use magic, or do you just regular stealthing?
Let's go with stealthing.
Okay. So 2d6 for higher.
6.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. So you see these two squabbling at the back of the building.
I see two orcs. No, 3 orcs.
Yeah.
Two of them are.
But
Just the orcs.
you also recognize them.
Yeah.
Because they did their thing before you left.
And yeah, so I just stealthily just make my way towards them while making sure that the.
Do you make it obvious that you are walking over to them, but then stealthing? Okay, so you're trying to get behind them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just appear.
He's in the
Just
game,
appear?
kill us.
Yeah, because it's the night.
Okay,
it's
make another stealth. This is just for play. Make another
Yeah.
stealth roll, and then we'll have to end it.
5 and 4.
Okay, so you succeed. So what do you do when you pop up from behind them?
I sneak up behind them and I just say, "What are you doing?"
Are
scared
you
of
easily
you.
startled, by the way? Is
No.
Lance no? Is
Yeah, I'd say Cedar is.
easily startled?
Yeah.
That makes sense for lower strength. So
I mean, I could roll for intimidation.
No, we're,
Against your own party.
the stealth is plenty needed. So go ahead and act that out. Like no.
Where are you guys?
Well, just doing a little temple run.
Okay.
And that's where I'm leaving.
That's fair.
Cliffhanger.
Okay. I'll say you guys just kind of like let him know the circumstances, and then the next session we can just kind of talk out like how you guys essentially leave the city. So, yeah, we are going to go ahead and end the session here. Thank you all for listening. It's a bit longer this time. We're going to try and push for like a semi 2 hours. I think this time was a bit longer, but only because we had a lot going on this session, and I really wanted to at least get through a decent chunk before we went on to the next one, which I guess will be the forest now. So with that being said, please check out and like and subscribe and whatnot if you so choose, if you want to, or you can join our Patreon, which we do have. We got YouTube and Spotify you can like and subscribe into. Are we still like the Apple?
That's still a work in progress.
That's still a work in progress. Okay, that might be really difficult for us to get through. We'll have to figure something out. With that being said, though, as I said, thank you all for listening. I am Mace. I'm the Game Master. And I wish you goodbye, you guys.
Have an amazing day.
Bye.
Adios.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Goodbye.